Hi, thanks for watching. I appreciate your time. I just want to give you a quick overview of how you compare to your local competitors, why they're beating you in Google search results, and what you can do to close that gap and overtake them. So I've got your website pulled up here, and I really like the fact that you've got actual pictures and videos of jobs that you've done, not just file photos that are pulled off the internet like a lot of companies use. Also, this get an estimate box for the contacting you is great right up here, especially in a mobile format because it's going to be the first thing that shows up on a person's screen as they're scrolling. Now, when Google is looking at your website to rank it, it uses a couple different factors. First is going to be the content. Now, the actual layout of the pictures and the text doesn't really matter as much. It's just a computer, so it's going to start counting all the words on the page. And what it really wants to see is about 1,000 to 1,500 words per page. As it's counting, it's also looking for keywords. So that's anything that people are frequently searching for, and then also the area that they're looking to have it done in. Now, this is where the number of words on page comes into play because Google only allows one keyword for every 100 to 150 words on your page. Anything more than that is what we call keyword stuffing, and then you actually get penalized for that. So for instance, if you had just a blank page and it just listed all your services and then listed all the towns in Massachusetts, Google wouldn't actually rank that site very high at all. Now, the second factor for ranking your website is what's called the authority or the popularity, which is basically when other websites refer back to your site. You can kind of look at it like a review. If a customer tells their neighbor that you did a really good job on their roof, the neighbor is going to really think highly of you. And then if 10 more other people tell that same neighbor, then they're really going to have a pretty high authority of you. And that's the same thing for Google when it comes to other websites referring back to you. Now, to show you this, what I did is I just did a quick search for roofers in this area. The first thing that's going to show up is what we call the map pack. Now, people think that showing up in here is just solely based on location to where I'm searching from, but it actually has a lot more to do with the authority of your website. Also, to show up in this area, you need to fill out what's called your Google My Business profile, which is free. Any owner can do it. It's actually located inside your Google Map apps now, so you can do it right from your smartphone. Then underneath this is what we call the organic listings. This is where the higher the authority of your website, the higher up on the list that you're going to show. So what I did is I grabbed the 3 top ranking sites. You can just disregard any kind of directory site like Angie's and Yelp. And what I do is I put them into this program, which shows me the stats on both ranking factors that Google is looking at. So we've got Google finding 81 keywords on your site, and has 82 of those referrals or referring domains back to your website. So if we look at the keywords, these are all the keywords or phrases that Google found on your page that people are searching for, and then also the volume, how many times per month they're being searched. So the object here is to do some research and find all of the highest volume keywords that people are searching for relative to your profession and your area, and include them on your website. Then if we go back to the referrals, you've got 82 referrals. So this is a quick comparison, 81 and 82 for you. If we go over to G&O, they get 114 keywords and only 60 domains. OT has 106 keywords and only 52 referring domains. And then Seven Hills has a 171 and 48. So on paper, it really looks like you should outrank them. But this is a really good example of how it's quality over quantity when it comes to these domain referrals. So Google actually ranks the authority or the strength of the referring site back to you. So for instance, if you had like Pizza Hut referring back to you, you guys aren't slinging pizzas, and Google knows that, so Google wouldn't rate that referral back to you very highly at all. So we've got 2 different types in here. One's called a link, or a backlink as we call it, which is basically just another website that links back to yours, whether it's like a news article or like a blog post or any kind of review site, since like maybe even the 10 or 15 best roofers in this area type of site. The second is what we call a citation, which is going to be your name, address, and phone number, place like Super Pages, Yellow Pages, Yelp, something to that effect. These are free, You just have to find them all, register, and then fill out all your information on there. So like I said, on paper, it really looks like you guys should be beating them. However, if you look at the number of very low ranking referral sites, you've got a lot of them, but they're not adding any strength to your site. So it's more of a quality game than a quantity game. So I know I just threw a lot of information at you, but I wanted to just be really brief. And if you want to go over anything in more detail or talk about how I can help you boost these numbers and beat your competition, I'd be more than happy to help you. Just give me a call or shoot me an email back with whatever time and day works for you, and I'll make myself available. Again, thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity.